Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It is Friday the 8th of December. In this video we're going to look at the charts on the Nasdaq-100, which on TradingView you're best using the code NAS100USD. What we'll see is that the Nasdaq has got back above its 20-day moving average over the last couple of days. That's positive. We've also seen a return of some positive momentum, which is good as well. If that can continue through next week, then the longer term picture, the trend is your friend, remains in place. Let's look at those charts. So as usual, starting with the weekly, so each candle represents 1 week's trade, and as I said in the intro, the trend is your friend, TIYF, and that remains in place on this chart. You can see we're in a solid uptrend, middle of the uptrend, despite the consolidation that we've seen recently. We're still solidly in that uptrend, and really there's no concerns until we actually break out of that trend, which would be a decline below the 20-week moving average. That's a long way lower from the index. That's at 60.76. Well, obviously the index at the moment 63.55. Momentum is strong. RSI still up at 72.2, still showing very good momentum, and the MACD confirms that, with the short term still above the long term, and they're well above zero. Moving on to the daily chart, and you can see that in today's trade we've just gone above the 20-day moving average again. Slight concern when we drop below, in that the 20-day did roll over, but we've seen the index go back above that level, which is good. The 50-day did hold, which again is another solid support below the market, so that's all very good. The RSI has also ticked back above the 50, which is indicative that positive momentum is returning into the market. Although that does still remain in its downtrend, so you need to keep an eye on that RSI. Likewise, keep an eye on the MACD, because they are tracking downwards, although they are still above zero. We just need a couple more days up and we'll see the short term go back above the long term, which will be an indication that the upside momentum is returning. But just keep your eye on the RSI and on the MACD. We've got resistance points from the high of the 4th of December and from the 29th of November. I'll show you those later on the support resistance slide, but those are there that you can see quite clearly on the chart. And looking at the short term, this is the 4-hour. You can see that we've broken this. We've broken the downtrend line, but we haven't broken the downtrend yet. That does need a move above these resistance levels to break the pattern of lower highs. So let's wait on that. It is positive we've gone back above the 50 average on this 4-hour chart, so that's downtrending. It will move back upwards quite quickly, as we've seen on the 20 already. Quite positive that the 20 bounced before it went below the 200 as well. And here you can see momentum has returned, with the RSI 59.52, and the short-term MACD has just gone back above zero, tracking above the longer term. So let's look at the support and resistance levels. So we've got resistance at 4th of December high 63.90. Then the 29th November 64.27.3, with support 62.94.86. That's from the 20 of the 4-hour. And then, then at the 50-day 62.38.74. So that's been TA for Traders, looking at the Nasdaq 100. The key takeaways from the video should be that it's positive that we've moved back above the 20-day and it's broken that short-term downtrend, although, as I said, it hasn't broken the pattern of lower highs as yet on that 4 hour, so keep your eye on that. Longer term TIYF trend is your friend. Momentum up on the upside is returning, which is good, and this market needs to keep going next week for that positive scenario to continue. Thanks for watching this video. I do hope you found it of interest. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe. Also, be aware these videos are for information only, and they're my opinion and they're not an investment recommendation.